I gave myself $400 to fix this desk. Limited budget, one rule. It has to work for 2 people. First step, clear everything. The setup wasn't bad, it was just cluttered. Mic in the way, cables everywhere, storage already full. So I reset the space. When you're on a budget, you don't start with gadgets, you start with the room. Ever since we moved in, we never installed curtains, so the window always felt unfinished. I added these IKEA curtains for $50 and it made the place feel a lot more exquisite. Then, these empty walls kept bothering me, so I installed modular wall panels, cheap, no drilling, instant upgrade. Next up, for the desk, shared desk means space is everything. Before, I had a big monitor stand, a very big laptop riser, and zero room. We had way too many things on the desk, so the first goal was simple: get as much off the desk as possible. I mounted everything. I bought 2 additional monitor arms and also bought this laptop VESA mount. Same desk, way more usable space. Now the thing is, my monitor stands still don't fit my HKC curved monitor. So I could buy a new monitor, but it was too expensive, so I just decided to keep my old chunky monitor stand and hide it later. Now this was my favorite purchase, under desk drawers for only $15. We mounted it in the middle so both of us could reach it. This became our shared storage, skincare, remote, extension cables. Now even with shared storage, we still wanted our own spaces, same desk but 2 personalities. Mine, black and white, hers, black and pink. So from here on, everything had to match our sides while still not spending a lot. For our keyboards, we wanted the same things: wireless, good sound, and colors that match your setup. So after researching budget mechanical keyboards, we went with the AULA F75, which you can get for under $40, and everyone recommends these, and honestly, they sound insane for the price. Now, one thing about me is I love finding things that are way cheaper but feel almost the same as the expensive gears. So I've always wanted one of those top tier mices like the Logitech Superlight or the Logitech MX Master. But both are very expensive and I actually enjoy the process of finding alternatives. So for productivity, after doing some research, I picked a cheaper MX Master alternative. And even though I don't really game, a Logitech Superlight has always been my dream. And the best cheap alternative is this MCHO's A7 Pro, and for the price, it feels ridiculously good. Now next up, my old mic setup was another example. It worked, but it was bulky. It blocked screens, it was on the way, and I couldn't really mount it at the back since there were monitors on the way. So I upgraded my boom arm to a low profile one that stays out of the way, and it does exactly what I need. Then I added the creative Pebble speakers. It has a small footprint, clean sound, and no unnecessary clutter. Now going back to hiding my monitor stand, I went with a really cheap riser that gave me extra storage, better height, and cleaner lines. And for less than $3, I can't believe how I haven't used one of these before. Now at this point, the setup was functional and clean, but it still felt cold. So instead of expensive lighting, I added warm LEDs under the desk, monitor backlighting, and some small lamps on the side. Simple changes but big differences. Now this is where I stopped overthinking it. I bought some trays for daily items, a pen holder for my girlfriend's small things, and some fake plants to soften the look. Lastly, the only thing we didn't want to compromise on was the chair. We really only had this one chair and the other person had to use this awful dining chair, and so I bought this chair from IKEA that we tried on months ago. The IKEA Flinton was the right balance between price and comfort. Looking at the final setup, it finally feels intentional. Nothing's in the way, everything has a purpose, and it actually works for 2 people. We didn't chase expensive gear, we just fixed the real problems one by one. All in, this setup came out to $386.45. It's under $400 and it feels way more expensive than it is.